Hey guys, I finally got the last few parts that I needed for my Fiesta Red Strat, and since the release of the Rebirth Part 2 video or whatever, I haven't done anything, and really all I needed was the new pickguard because I really wasn't liking the Pearl that much, and I needed a toggle switch because I just didn't have a toggle switch. And what I actually decided on, I'm not doing like a five-way or a three-way like blade style like a normal Strat, because I never really liked the way they looked. I'm actually going with a like a Les Paul style toggle switch. I just prefer them, so I think that'll be cool. And if you haven't seen my Instagram or anything like that, or my Facebook page, it's not wired yet. I just kind of put them in the holes. That's what she said. But I ended up going with a tortoise shell, and I think it's really, really cool. I know someone asked before, since I haven't taken the plastic off the pickguard, it says, danger, celluloid is an extremely flammable material. Keep away from heat and flame, which is odd because I'd never seen that before. And so maybe I'll have to wire up the whole harness before, without having it to the pickguard. So that's something I'll have to keep in mind. But if I haven't mentioned it, these are bare knuckle Stockholm pickups. They're P90s. They're humbucker sized, and they're probably, at least the bridge. I haven't played with the neck at all yet since I only recently got it, but the bridge is probably my favorite pickup. It is just an absolute beast, and it doesn't sound a hell of a lot like a P90. It's a very high output and it's very modern sounding, but it just has like the best bottom end crunch like I've ever heard. And as much as I love the Juggernaut pickup, and as much as I praised that one and praised any other pickup, I mean, this has got to be the one. And honestly, I would probably put this in any guitar. If I could only have one guitar, say like for the rest of my life, it would have that pickup in it, without a doubt. So right now, what I really have to decide on is my control configuration, because that's why I didn't get any holes routed out, because I can just drill them no problem. And if you go with Warmouth, say, I've always been really used to the DeLong style toggle, or not toggle, volume knob, where it's parallel to the middle of the humbucker. So middle of the humbucker's there, well, P90, and it would be right about there, because like I said, it'd be parallel to it. Just to have them do that is an extra $15, so I say fuck that, I'll just drill it myself. So what I'm thinking is putting the volume here, just because it's something I'm used to, and then putting the toggle somewhere down here. I mean, I'm not like one of those guys that is like switching between pickups all the time, like Nick Johnston or other incredible players like that are just always swapping like between them. So I mean, my toggle switch doesn't have to be super close. I'm cool with it being out of the way, and I don't know. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I haven't 100% decided yet, so we shall see. Other than that, all I really have to do, if I decide that, I just have to wire both the pickups basically to the toggle, then from the toggle, I believe, to the volume, and then from the volume to the output jack, and just make sure I solder the ground to the pot, and I'm pretty sure that's all I really have to do, and then just string it up, and then eventually I have to check and see how the action is, and the way that the neck is bending and everything like that, make sure that's all good to go. Pretty much just once everything's done, it'll be time for pretty much a setup, and other than that, I think the guitar is pretty much going to be done, and I'm pretty happy about that. Oh, I was going to mention, a ton of people said that I should get a black pickguard when I put it on Facebook that I was thinking of getting a different pickguard for the Strat. And while I think black or black pearl would have been really cool, the only way I would have really liked it is if I changed all the hardware to black. And I really didn't want to spend another couple $100 just changing all the stuff to black when I really didn't have to. And I mean, I like the way that the stainless steel looks now. I mean, I probably could have gotten just chrome covers or, you know, steel covers or whatever, but I mean, I already had this in black anyway. I've had it for over a year anyway. And so I wasn't gonna have this one be black and that one be chrome or anything. I didn't want to order another one of these as much as I like the pickup. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be pretty sweet. So we'll see what happens, and I gotta look up some wiring diagrams and stuff. I mean, I could do a toe knob, but I really just don't see the point, really, because I never really use the toe knobs that much. I mean, I could, but I don't know. I use the tone knob a lot, say like in my Les Paul Jr., where it only has one pickup. And say I had a toe knob on like my orange Strat or my my natural Strat, I would probably use that a little bit just to give me some sort of diversity, like when I needed it. But overall, I mean, the natural Strat still has it so I can coil tap it, so that gives me more of an area to play around with. And the orange one's just kind of a plug and play thing, and you know, volume's either on, or you know, I can roll off the volume, do some stuff with some lower volume stuff. But with something like this where I can switch between the two pickups and I can play around with the volume and whatnot, I really don't need a toe knob. When I was talking about like the Les Paul Jr., by rolling off the volume, or not the volume, the toe knob, I can kind of get sort of a neck pickup sort of tone, which is cool. That's why I like having it on that guitar. But for a two pickup thing, I personally don't really see the point of it, so I'm not gonna add one. So I mean, if you guys prefer tone knobs on yours, you know, that's cool. But I mean, especially on like just a traditional Strat, I don't really see the point, especially of two tone knobs. I never really did. I don't remember exactly how it's laid out. I think one tone knob does the bridge and the other tone knob does the neck in the middle, or something like that. I don't remember exactly. But I mean, I'd rather just have, like, on a traditional Strat, like, say 2 volumes and a tone, or straight up 3 volumes just for the hell of it. That'd be kind of cool, I guess. But anyway, I'm getting off track. So once I figure out what I'm going to do with this, I'll make another video and we'll see what happens. But I'm pretty excited about this. I think it's going to be really great, and I definitely think I made the right choice with the pearl, or not the pearl, the tortoiseshell. Before I actually put up that status asking people what they thought for what pickguard I should do, I was considering a few different things, but I was definitely leaning towards tortoiseshell. I looked up Fiesta Red Fender guitar on Google, just Google Images, just seeing what was on there, like what was a typical thing. And you know, there was some pearl, there was a lot of just like aged cream sort of pickguards, and then every now and then I'd see a pearl, or I keep calling it pearl, a tortoise shell, and I think the tortoise just looked really cool. And 99 times out of 100 I don't like tortoiseshell pickguards, but for some reason I just think it works for this one. And then maybe if it was like a blonde, like a vintage blonde sort of color guitar, then I'd like a tortoiseshell too. That'd be cool. But anyway, that's all I got for now, so I'll see you. Alright, so right now I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to wire this guitar up. And basically what I did was just draw an outline of the pickguard, just so I know where everything's going to be sitting and everything, just so I don't, you know, fuck up anything with that. yet, and I could get this whole thing wired up, like the whole harness, pretty much, before even having to really deal with the pickguard. So basically I decided to have the volume knob more or less where a DeLong style switch would be, and then I have the toggle down here. So I've been trying to figure out what I'd be doing for the wiring exactly. And here's my toggle switch. So basically one of the pickups is going to this far ring, like right there, and then the other one's going to the other side, and then those two in the middle right there that you can kind of see because my fucking camera sucks ass, that is going to be going to the pot. And with these wires, I'm going to have to cut them to the right length, but then I'm going to have to kind of like tease out this wire, this like metal mesh a little bit, and then probably connect another wire to that just to get it to go to the ground, or just to get it to ground to the back of the pot, as this pickup, as the wire in the middle of this, which is black, you can kind of see it on the end there, as the middle of that goes to one of these prongs. So or I could probably get that teased out enough just so I don't even have to connect another wire to it. And basically what I'm going to be using for that is just one of these. I forget what they're called. I think they're called an awl, maybe? I don't remember. But basically I'm going to have to cut it to length, the length that I need, and then just kind of keep pulling these threads, and then basically just kind of split them together. You can kind of see how that was already done a little bit on this pickup because that was already in another guitar of mine. So that's pretty much what we're going to have to do for that. And this is a ground right there, so I'll probably just ground that to probably just to the back of the pot, I guess. So that's where I'm at right now, and I don't know, hopefully it goes smoothly. Alright, I'm still at this phase, but I figured out where I'm going to have to be setting everything, and fortunately I'm pretty sure these wires are going to have to cross, so I'm going to have to put some heat shrink on there, I think, to keep those from touching, because if you do, you know, you'll probably ground out and you won't get any sound. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. So I basically figured out that with this like positioned like that, the bridge pickup is going to have to be soldered to the left side, and the neck is going to have to be soldered to the right side, because when you flip that over, basically like see how that's going right now, and you can't really see it, but what that's doing is actually kicking off the left side right there. Like you can barely see that there's no contact on the left side, only on the right. So that means that only the right side right there would be the side that's on right now. And if it's like this, that's going to be where I want the position for the neck pickup, because obviously down would be bridge, or I could even set it up like this if I really wanted to go upwards and downwards, but I'm going to have it like that. So so that's how that's going to go. So the bridge is going to be on the left, neck is going to be wired on the right, and then so yeah, I basically figured that like the pickup, or the body routing is going to be going straight down like this. So this pickup's going to have to be going down right around here to go around that pot, and then that mesh wire is going to be grounded to there, and then this is going to be going pretty much to right, like right around here. So I'm actually going to be able to cut this wire about right there. I'm going to leave a little extra slack just in case, and then this one's going to have a little bit shorter of a journey, and this is going to be going just to right there. But I'm going to have to, like I said, either get enough wire grounding off of this to go to the pot, or just attach another wire to it. So we'll see what happens there.